guys. It's a nice day here in Nova Scotia, a little bit windy, a little bit cloudy with some sunny breaks. But we've had torrential rain here for about 4 days, so this is the only day that I can kind of get into the garden after that time. And we're planting onions today. So what I actually do is I plant onion sets, although I do grow some onions from seed, leeks from seed as well. Onion sets are actually cheap, and they're a really good way. They're kind of 99.9% guaranteed to succeed, and that's why I like them. So here we have spring onions, and here we have the storage onions, the yellow onions, so they take longer than these guys to do. I did do some this morning, and they're actually buried under this hay, and I'll just move it to the side. But you can just about see them. There's one here, there's one here, there's another one here, and you plant them a couple of inches apart. So you can get quite a few in a row like this. I plant them in between our mounds, which are the compost trenches. The green that you can see here is actually all garlic. We plant a lot of garlic this year. And the reason why I've put hay over the top of the onions is because the birds like to pull them all out. Which I actually noticed. I did this patch this morning and I came out a couple of hours later and there was some already pulled up. And it's a bit of a pain because when you're planting onions in the numbers that we are, I planted 300 onions and I have these to go, and more. We're hoping to, get up to 1,000 onion sets this year. If you have to keep coming out and putting them back in the ground every day, then that gets to be a problem. So I was hoping that the hay would actually hide them a little bit from the birds, but I think they're onto that, so we'll just have to see. So I'm just going to take you over to the bed that I'm doing and just show you how easy this is. So here I'm going to be putting in the yellow onions. These take longer to grow, and the spring onions I'll probably put somewhere else in the garden. The thing is with onions, they're really, really easy to do. So all we've done here is I've just raked some of the soil, and we just simply, there's one, there's two, there's three, excuse me because I'm handheld out here, and four. And so the next row can pretty much follow in line. So you see the process. You can get quite a few in a big space, and I'll cover these over again. Now with onions, we grow lots of them because we use them regularly. They're very good for you, as long with garlic and leeks. And you can actually grow them in pots as well. They don't need to be in a garden bed, so you can put them in pots in the garden or on your deck or whatever. And I'm just actually going to go and take you over to something else I wanted to show you, which was really interesting. Just over here. We all, at some point or other, come across onions that we think are done for, and usually they get thrown away. Don't throw them away. Actually plant them. I've done that here. They are super squidgy and they feel rotten. But as you can see here, there's actually a little lease of life. And that will grow to produce some greens. And I will take you into the kitchen because I do have some in the house that I planted 2 weeks ago that have done just that. So don't throw them out. Plant them. Plant them in a pot. Plant them in some ground. Onions aren't fussy. They don't need super good soil. They'll just grow anywhere. So yeah, hopefully that will be of use to you. Even if you get a little bit of a crop for whatever reason to throw in your soups or your stews. Put them on a sandwich. Waste not, want not, guys. Back in the kitchen, and these are the onions that would have headed to the compost. And as you can see, they've grown lots and lots of greenery. They're quite mild in flavour, not as strong as the onion itself. But it just goes to show you that when you think that they're past it and that there is no life left in them, it's always worth putting them in some compost in a pot. And you can get a couple of meals out of them. And I'm actually going to cut these about halfway up. If you cut them right down at the base here, you will probably kill them because they need energy to carry on. So I will cut them about halfway up, and I'm going to chuck these into my casserole. So yeah, there's a good tip there. If you find any onions lying around that look a bit past it, put them in some soil and see if they'll grow.